kids. Look what they did inside of this 7-Eleven. With this dramatic ass music playing behind me. I'm just trying to find an ATM. And these kids. Wow. Whoop your kids' ass tonight.
Man, y'all kids bad than them. Fucked up 7-Eleven.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Woke Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is not going to like this video because according to him, if you not from Chicago, you ain't supposed to talk about Chicago, right? If you ain't from here, then don't talk about us, right? Don't talk about us, okay? He wants us to ignore the violence and destruction and chaos that is going on in that city, basically almost on a daily basis, or at very least on a weekly basis, by savage teenagers basically being agents of chaos and destruction in the city, okay? And what you guys just witnessed was just some small footage. I'm gonna play more footage here of a 7-Eleven store getting destroyed by teenagers doing their latest teen takeover, which is one of the largest teen takeovers that they've had since the massive teen takeover that initially went viral back in April or May, I believe, right? This is the largest one since then. And this is especially bad for Mayor Brandon Johnson because he told us that we're not supposed to demonize the kids, because the kids are doing this because apparently they don't have jobs. They're bored. They don't have anything to do, right? And Chicago's jobs program actually started a month ago, right? We're a month into Chicago's jobs program, which is supposed to prevent this stuff from happening, right? Woke Mayor Brandon Johnson said, no, you don't need to lock these agents of chaos up and throw away the key. No, don't lock them up. Don't demonize them. They need jobs, right? They just need jobs. They're bored. Well, his jobs program has been going on for a month, and this is still happening, right? Which suggests that maybe, just maybe, it's not because these kids don't have something to do. Maybe they're just bad kids who've been raised wrong, right? Maybe that's it, okay? They're products of their environment. So yeah, without further ado, I actually want to go ahead and play an extended clip of the chaos and destruction that happened at this 7-Eleven store out in Chicago, and then we're going to read about it. Take a look. Yeah, so pure insanity and chaos that is being perpetrated by the young scholars of America, okay? Because again, if you listen to woke progressives, right, like Brandon Johnson, right, they'll tell you these kids are not criminals, right? They're not agents of chaos. They're actually, again, scholars, right? They're young black scholars. They're astrophysicists. They are engineers. They're doctors, lawyers, right? Investment bankers, right? Hedge fund managers. Okay, this is what they are, right? That's what they really are. They're not criminals and agents of chaos. You can't demonize them. The only thing that's stopping them from becoming, again, these positive contributions to society is the white man, right? Somehow, some way, this is Trump's fault, right? This is the white man's fault. It is never the responsibility of these children and their parents, right? They have nothing to do with it. You can't hold them accountable for anything. They did it because they're oppressed, right? They're hungry. They needed a snack, right? And they had no choice but to destroy this 7-Eleven and destroy everything in order to, cure their hunger, right? Again, amazing stuff. But again, this is something that we're seeing over and over and over and over and over again. And until something changes, aka the voting habits of these people in these cities and also just the culture, you're going to keep seeing it, right? So let's read about it. A large group of young people, mostly juveniles, ripped through the South Loop on Sunday evening, looting a convenience store, storming a Dunkin, and fighting as they ran through the streets. It was the second time in days that groups of teens targeted the area along Roosevelt Road. Chicago police supervisors in a department from previous large group situations encourage cops to lock people up. We are still waiting to hear back from the Chicago Police Department about how many people were taken into custody, but the number is believed to be significant. Cops estimated between 300 and 400 people were in the group, which descended on the area after a trend announcement circulated on social media early on Sunday. They began arriving by train at the Roosevelt CTA station around 7:30 p.m. Fights and arrests began soon after that. Yeah, so what's hilarious about this is, social media, goes out of their way to try to crack down on, conservative speech, right? Because it's supposed to be harmful and dangerous, right? But with this type of stuff, it seems that they can't crack down on these teen takeover announcements on social media, right? They can't seem to actually solve that problem that does result in real world violence and harm. But again, if there were around 300 or 400 people in the group, then there should have been around 300 or 400 arrests, right? I'm just saying, that would make sense, okay? For it to be 300 or 400 arrests if that was the case, okay? I'm just saying that would make sense, but I guarantee you it wasn't. Guarantee you it wasn't. They probably arrested like 20 people, maybe, if that. And they'll be released back in the street. Dozens of teens raided the 7-Eleven store at 560 West Grimsham Shaw around 9 p.m. The store was completely trashed. A Facebook video posted by Chicago crime chasers showed young people pouring out of the store, tossing looted merchandise into the air and running from the store with armloads of product. Someone grabbed a fire extinguisher, which they deployed outside the store, the video showed. Quote, "Get your effing kids. Look what they did inside of this 7-Eleven," said a woman in a Snapchat video posted after the group cleared the area. "I'm just trying to find an ATM and these effing kids. Wow. Whoop your kids' butts tonight." Witnesses reported incidents throughout the area, including attempts by the crowd to break into a Chicago police uniform store in the 500 block of West Roosevelt. Others reported seeing teens on and possibly inside a postal service truck. Police recovered at least one firearm. CWB Chicago will post an update after we hear back from CPD about the arrest tally. A small gathering along the same stretch of Roosevelt Road earlier this week. Groups of teens jumped on passing cars and raided stores. On July 25th, one adult was arrested for illegal firearm possession and another was arrested for misdemeanor reckless conduct, according to CPD records. Sunday's trend was the most significant large group incident in the downtown area since more than 500 teams filled the loop on April 15th. Chicago police arrested 6 juveniles and 9 adults. A woman and her boyfriend were attacked by a large group of teens, and video of the assault went viral. So what you have here, okay, is, again, a trend, right? Look, 500 teens were out there being agents of chaos, and police only arrest 6 folks. 6 juveniles and 9 adults. Again, that's the problem. You should have hundreds, right? You should have hundreds of arrests, right? Until you start doing mass arrests, like these mass teen takeovers, nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. Again, this is a video here. They posted on Facebook, as you can see, of some of the teens out here, right? All these people. What's going on? Careful. Yeah, I know. Again, why are all these kids out here? They should be at home with their parents, right? The fact that these kids are being allowed out late at night like this, again, it's a parental problem. And until you start locking these kids up, and who knows, locking up some of these parents that are allowing this, you're not going to see a change. As long as you continue to be soft. Look, man, look at what the president did out there in El Salvador, right? That guy, he basically locked up everybody, right? If you look like a gang member, he locked you up. Now, again, the liberal media cried foul and human rights and, et cetera, yada, yada, yada. Oh, my God, you can't do that, right? But it worked, right? It worked, okay? El Salvador used to be one of the most violent countries on the planet, okay? And it went from that to mostly peaceful, right? Because this man locked up criminals in mass, okay? He built mass prisons, right? I'm sorry to say, but mass incarceration works. I mean, that's just the reality of, that's how we brought down crime in the 90s, okay? How do we bring it down? Well, we start locking people up, right? We put them in jail. We send them to prison. And it don't sound good, but extreme circumstances calls for extreme measures, okay? We gave them a chance, right? We gave you a chance to get it together, right? To figure it out. You elected a progressive mayor, right? We've tried progressive criminal justice reform. We tried to give you a slap on the wrist, giving you 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chances. It don't work. It don't work. These inner liberal cities need mass arrest, right? Mass arrest of criminals, lock them up, okay? And that's when you will see change. Then you can actually rebuild a neighborhood. Then you can rebuild a city. Then you can invest when you get rid of the criminals. But until you get rid of the criminals, until you get rid of this bad behavior, you're not going to see any changes. It's going to be the same thing over and over and over again. And again, I'll be doing another video like this in a month, right? Because it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. But hey, what they told us that these kids are bored. They just need jobs. Okay, that they need progressivism. They need more resources. More resources is what's gonna stop this, right? That's what's gonna turn this around and change this, right? But haven't seen any evidence of that yet. Okay, still waiting. Maybe woke Mayor Brandon Johnson needs more time, right? Maybe we should give it a benefit of the doubt. But I highly doubt that, again, this is going to change. If anything, it's just going to get worse. It's going to escalate. That's my prediction. But what do I know? I'm just some dude on the internet. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.